Previously on My Career Universe. I spent the next 3 nights in jail after spearing Kenny Omega. If Pops didn't bail me out, who the hell did? In that ring, I'm not the biggest or strongest. I damn sure ain't the fastest. What I am is a thinking man's wrestler. Before I take one step in the ring, I already know how I want this match to end. With that being said, that means the last few weeks, all the savage things I've done, I thought about. I weighed out the options, all the pros, all the cons, and I decided to do it anyway. I don't know, man. Maybe it's all the years of doing the right thing and getting nothing. Suddenly I choose violence a couple weeks in a row and I'm the hottest free agent in the world. All of a sudden, every federation wanted me, on their roster. It's my time. And like I've done with every decision, let's weigh out the options. WWE was the first to call. It's almost like Vince forgot he fired me before. But with all the millions he was offering up, who was I to hold a grudge? I would go straight to Raw or SmackDown. No developmental for me. Vince even gave me the guarantee that I would have a WrestleMania match, but he couldn't guarantee me that I could bring Pops and Bro with me on contract. This may be my only time that I have negotiating powers. I might as well use them. Up next was Ring of Honor. They didn't have a lot of cash to throw around, but what they did offer was full control, booking power for me, Dad, and Bro. Sounds crazy. Just imagine us running our own show. It was definitely something to consider. Hands down, the biggest surprise is Impact. Not only did AEW not close them down, they invited me to take place in the tournament to crown a new champion. A champion for a belt that I never lost. That was my first time being champion anywhere. It's a memory I'll always keep with me, and it truly was a special moment. It's the one feeling in this business that lets you know you're on the right path. Being able to represent a company as its champion is the highest honor. It's a moment stolen from me. All the drive, all the passion, all the tears I've put into this business was just given to someone else. Not just someone else, Kenny Omega. The one man who definitely didn't need any extra accolades on top of being the best wrestler in the world. He's also executive vice president of All Elite Wrestling, meaning he made this bullshit offer to me personally to be paid off appearance. What did he even do to get that job? Because he's a good wrestler? Who decided to make him the face of wrestling? Is he that much better than me that he deserves to just be handed things? On that phone, it was happening again. That feeling I had. The feeling I had before I jumped the guardrail. My blood was starting to boil. And all I could think about, making it my life's work to make sure Kenny knew what it felt like. Kenny knew what it felt like to go in the weight room and lift weights only to not be champion. Kenny knew what it felt like to have your moment stolen by someone else. It was starting to cloud my judgment. The only thing that mattered was me and him now. As much as I owed my father and brother negotiating for them too, all I could think about was taking my moment back. I had a lot to think about. The decision will be made in the morning. Around 3 a.m., I started getting these weird texts. The notes were already one thing, but what the hell was going on? Who is this and what do they want? I had managed to keep the decision a secret all the way until the day of. What do you think was gonna happen? You damn right I chose violence. Of course, they started me at the bottom of the ladder, but luckily for me, Bro came out to support me for my first match, including some new Cleveland Browns inspired gear. All of my singlets say Steelyard on the back. Dad was the steel worker most of his life, and it's a constant reminder that things could always be worse. FIF, forged in fire. We've been through hell to get here. MOS, made of steel. Nothing, and I mean nothing, was ever gonna break us. Backstage, I'm probably the most hated man in the sport. You ever walked in a room and everybody went quiet? Yeah, that just happened to me. None of that matters though. Tonight is my first night back in the ring and I had my bro to pump me up. All the stuff going on, all the notes, all the people who wanted to see me fail, none of that matters. The ring feels like home, and I had my first match Back in front of the crowd, the fans had me jacked to go out there. The cheers, the boos, the lasers, the lights, it all felt right. I fell in love with this sport all over again. The moment I got to the top of them ropes and looked out, I felt like a kid in a candy store. There's no other place I needed to be. My first match was against some kid named Austin Gunn. Doing my research before the match, come to find out, he's badass Billy Gunn's son? Who knew? Anyway, it's a damn shame he running into me tonight. I was on a mission, and he was just somebody in the way. The match got off to a fast start. I did a muscle buster and I thought that should have been it, but some of my ring rust started to show a little. Austin was able to muscle me around more than I'm used to. He even landed some big moves on me that kind of stunned me for a while. I tried to drop down to the floor. Maybe get my wits about me, take a couple seconds and think this through. Before I could do any of that, Austin was on the top rope hitting me with a crazy missile drop kick. It had turned into a dog fight. Luckily for me, I've always been a dog. I hit Austin with one of the meanest power bombs I've ever done before. Next thing you know, everything started happening naturally. I even showed out a little bit. The big man can fly. I took a minute to admire my work. Damn, that felt good. It's been a while since I've had one of these. Of course, you know what it's time for now. The end has come, Austin. I lined him up and I hit him with a hard spear. 1, 2, 3. All out Blitz. It was our first dub. It felt good. The next match was against Colton Gunn, Austin's brother. Who knew there was 2 junior ass mans? But just like his brother, he met his end to an all-out Blitz. At that point, I knew they couldn't keep me on Dark much longer. The fans wanted to see me on Dynamite. And sure enough, the very next episode, I had been penciled in to be in a battle royale for the TNT Championship. They wanted me to go out and cut a promo on what this opportunity meant to me. That's what I was supposed to do. I thought about what I was going to say the entire way down the aisle. Honestly, I wasn't here for a TNT Championship. Kenny Omega, get out here. We got business.